Alright. Hello everyone, my name is Zach and welcome to another live stream of my Stardew Valley 100% series. Today is going to be kind of a shorter stream. I said that I was going to be streaming until 5, but I was not anticipating me to have a late start today. And I'm actually behind on a couple things. There's actually a lot that I want to get done today and I have not even started. One of the things I wanted to do was to actually, do my laundry because I've been behind on laundry for a couple days now. I also wanted to fully edit my live stream that I streamed yesterday and make sure it's uploaded onto YouTube. And beyond that, I also wanted to just trying to clear my inventory. I also wanted to get this video ready and up and edited and exported, like all the editing done, because I don't think that I will have enough time to like get everything done if I were to stream the full 4 hours for this particular game. And I don't want to get behind. I don't want to still be working on editing and uploading this stream by the time I stream I can't think. I don't want to still be working on this game, on uploading this stream when I could be working on focusing on schoolwork and my personal projects. So that's why I'm gonna be ending this stream like 2 hours early. I just have like too much work I need to do, and I just don't have enough time. So I think today we're going to be focusing a little bit on just kind of doing the usual basic stuff that we've been working on when we don't really have that much to do. I do want to plant crops on Ginger Island. So we're going to be going to Ginger Island and buying some stuff for the trader. Not Kevin. Dude. Sheer Sean. Okay, so I guess we're not saying Sean because he is being an idiot. There's something weird going on. I'm just not going to focus on that. Okay, so let's actually go around and we will give our gifts to the people. We also need to craft the wild seeds for spring, which is something we didn't do last time. Dwarf is not 4 hearts, which is great. Let's see if we can find Alex. I'm actually gonna pull up his schedule real quick because he is the one that is kind of different depending on the seasons. See, on a Wednesday, it's Saturday. Should be outside right now. Actually, not here. Hey, maybe on Ginger Island, which is fine. Just go ahead and give a gift to uh Probus. Hoping that Alex is here. There he is. Good thing I checked. So Alex is now at 4 hearts, which is great. Just need one golden walnut from crops. Okay. Anything some more? So, for those curious what that little notification was, I actually made a post that I could show it off right now. Just give me a minute. I'm a part of a club on Xbox for focusing on Assassin's Creed, and I made an announcement that I changed my profile picture from Eivor from Assassin's Creed Valhalla to Basim from Assassin's Creed Mirage. And this is something that I like to do in between. This is something I like to do in between. We actually need to craft another scarecrow. It's something I like to do in between. It's called. Whenever a new game releases, I like to keep my profile picture to signify the current quote unquote assassin. So that's why I can actually show that off right now. But if I were to go over to my profile, you can actually see that it's now Basim from Assassin's Creed Mirage. I'm actually a huge fan of Assassin's Creed Mirage. I honestly kind of think it's probably the best Assassin's Creed game I've played in a while. It's not my personal favorite Assassin's Creed game, but it's definitely up there. There is one thing that we still need to get, one forage item that we need to get, which is Dandelion. It's spring forage item. Once we have that, we'll be able to craft the spring seeds. But I also want to make sure we get stockpile pizza and coffee. Probably gonna be a while, just like gonna do the circuit off into this forest if I can get lucky and find the forage item we need. They will not grow on the dark grass, at least I'm pretty sure they wouldn't. They would only grow on the light grass. It looks like I was wrong. What a surprise. Maybe it's just artifacts that don't do that. Hey, now all I need to worry about is getting summer seeds done. And we will have crafted all the seeds. Now, something I recently found out about, just bringing this up real quick before I get off on a different tangent. Well, not really a tangent, but a topic related to this game. We currently have people over there doing renovation of the yard, so we need art equipment or anything that may come up through the mic. Just know that that's what's going on. I don't know how long they're gonna be here. They may, given how yesterday when these guys showed up, they left by noon. I don't know they're gonna be here all day. Don't know how long we're gonna have to deal with it. But just know that if you do hear like any sort of power saw or any sort of equipment coming through the mic, that that we do have people over that are renovating the yard. Now I'm actually running really low on resources, and I want to fill that cabin, that shed, entirely with. God damn it! Entirely with kegs. So we're actually gonna need to go mining for copper. Actually, just iron, really. Because our primary money making opportunity is to uh, just profit entirely off of wine. Okay, let's check our shed. Soon as we get all these things sold, we're gonna be going to bed. Okay. Chance loves you. Why did that message pop up? I don't know why that message popped up. It's never popped up before, and I've been playing this game for over 11 days, thereabouts. Never had that pop up before. But your dog barking, can't do anything about it. We have people over, so, and she's not like she's a friendly dog, she's just very shy. Freaks out whenever she sees someone new. She's honestly kind of an idiot, if I'm gonna be honest here. She's a real sweetheart, but she's just kind of dumb. Harlow! Hold on. There's something in my attic. There's a crawl space, whatever you want to call it. I can't do anything about my dog. She's literally in the living room barking at people in the backyard. It's such a dumb ass dog, I swear. But I don't think it's coming up in mic. I will be paying attention. But she looks like she stopped barking now. Okay? I know that the things aren't going to be ready for a couple days. I'm just going to check. Yeah, let's go ahead and do our daily routes. And I think we're going to be doing some mining today. Because, we definitely need to restock our supply of iron. Hold on. We have a hard event. Huh. Interesting. So, I'm guessing like has seen like some type of trauma or experienced some type of trauma, maybe? Yeah, I heard everything. Wow, this is really sad. He had an abusive father? Or like an absent father? Oh my god. God, I feel so sorry for Alex. Really sad. Wow. That's really sad. Oh, hold on. Hold on, there's actually no audio. I just realized there's no audio coming through my game. I need to fix that. I didn't notice it before, but I was just paying attention to OBS. For some reason, I didn't even touch the mute button, but for some reason, the game was muted. Like on OBS, the game audio was muted. So it should be, yeah, it's working now. I didn't even touch the mute button. I must have accidentally hit it, or at least I don't think I touched it, but I must have bumped it when I was moving the stream deck to this table. So I really do apologize for that. I didn't realize that the thing was muted. It appears to have been muted for the past 26 minutes. Glad I caught that. Glad I wasn't there for the full duration of this stream. One thing that I did notice is he actually loves salmon dinners. Oh, well, we don't have that. What about complete breakfast? Yeah, we're not gonna be able to do this. Probus is almost done. I think he actually meets the requirements for great friends now. Something that actually kind of makes me a little bit mad, if I'm gonna be honest here. Some people kind of live like animals, where they don't have really any respect for anything for people's property or anything like that. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is people that we have over right now that are renovating our yard. They actually drank. They actually drink my dad's beer at some point, like either because these are the same people that frequently come over to play poker with dad. But which is another thing, like if you have like a personal project done, maybe don't like ask your friends to do it. But anyway, like they were responsible for like drinking his beer, and one of them apparently dropped a beer bottle and shattered it and didn't pick up all the glass. So literally like an hour or so before I started streaming, I was walking barefoot to the garage door. Like I was throwing like a garbage bag in the dumpster, and I stepped on a shard of glass that sliced up my foot, and I had to like wash it out because the garage floor was dirty and kind of made my foot blackish. And I had to like wash my foot and put a band-aid on it, and it's just, it really kind of pissed me off because I thought that dad did that. But apparently it's the people that he's been having over that's been helping him build this deck for his thing, and it's just really kind of stupid. Like if you're coming over to like build a project, your host actually invites you to your host actually invites you to Like it allows you to like drink their their alcohol or their drinks or whatever. Don't freaking shatter a bottle and then don't pick up all the glass. That's just not cool. Unfortunately, there are people out there that... Oh, shit. Apparently, there are people out there that just generally don't care about whether or not, like, it's acceptable or good form to, like, do anything about that. And I think that part of that just has to do with how they were raised. But it just kind of makes me upset. Because some things it should be common sense to some people. I think at about 9 we're gonna be heading out. Cause I don't have like warp code to go to the farm, so. Let's see. Looks like we have 2 ore bins over here. Not getting much ore, we're getting like 1 apiece. There's nothing here, let's just take a stairs and get out of here. There is a game that I played at one time with one of my friends, but we never actually finished. It's actually apparently just got like an update or something, but the game is called Terraria. If I ever get to the point where I can have like, if I have like a community of people that actively like communicate with me and I'm actually able to reach out to them, ask for help for certain co-op playthroughs, I would love to be able to do a co-op playthrough where I play with a couple friends and just play Terraria. And I've heard so many people say it's a great game, but I just never really fully experienced it for myself. I think we're gonna take the stairs and get out of here. Oh, we actually do have Bat wings. What did that dark sign need? Bat wings and bone fragments. We may put a focus on building that next time. Actually, I have a lot of rubies now. I'm actually really pleased with the progress we made this week. So I was actually able to stream the full 4 hours 2 days in a row. I actually kind of feel pretty good about myself. So I don't really think it's like a big deal that I'm just unable to stream the full 4 hours this time. We'll make it up next week, but yeah, I've been feeling like pretty good about myself. This was a good week. We made a lot of progress. And it was a kind of a nice distraction of some of the shit that I've been dealing with the past couple weeks. Thank you for the iron bar. I actually needed that. I collected taro root and mushroom caps or something. I know I thought I needed magma caps for the warp totem. The obelisk, I mean. Was there a reason I needed taro root? I don't think there is. There's things that we haven't crafted is a tub of flowers. And the dark sign. And I think we may actually be good to sell this. We're gonna save one. Just in case. Just gonna build up our supply of iron. Okay, what do we need for more totem for the farm? Actually, we have it. Let's tend to our animals. There was a funny, like, every now and then I want a video, like, focusing on, like, the Reddit, uh, people reading, like, Reddit, threads will appear on my recommended page. I think the most common type is, someone has, like, the AI read it for them. But I watched, like, a funny video of someone doing a subreddit, reading a subreddit reaction, a subreddit, thing of, what's called? Doing a reading of a subreddit, the worst, things that their parents have said. I just thought it was hilarious just hearing some of the responses. I can't repeat, like, some of them, but, I think, like, the probably one that kind of got a laugh out of me was, was a parent saying someone's being a bad girl. Which I can only wonder where that parents got that from. It's just, if you haven't, like, watched, like, any of those videos, like, some of those, like, videos of people just reading Reddit thread responses, some of them are actually pretty funny. We got 9 iron bars. Go ahead and put this in the chest, and then we'll go ahead and do our daily gifts. Ah, gotta clear my tongue. Ah, it was like one of my mustache hair, one of my facial hairs. That's actually something that I'm actually kind of dealing with. I'm actually kind of losing my hair, which is something that I hoped I wouldn't have to worry about until I'm, like, in my 60s. I'm actually losing my hair right now. I'm actually taking a lot of hair growth remedies. The dwarf is now at 4 hearts. It really shouldn't go up any hearts, mainly because we should already we already went up the hearts just with yesterday's gifts. Oh, he's not here. He may be at Ginger Island again. Let's go to Ginger Island, and while we're there, we'll also check on our farm. And we shouldn't actually have anything ready beyond maybe pineapples. But we will also I can't think. We will also God, my brain is freaking fried. We'll also check Key's walnut room. You shouldn't have done anything that needed to report 100% completion, but I just want to see now that Probus is at 10 hearts. I believe he's actually at 12 hearts if great friends are progressing enough, because I think it's just you need to get to 12 hearts threshold for I believe you just need to get to 12 hearts threshold, 10 hearts threshold, I mean, for, got my brain's completely fried, the great friends to tick up. It doesn't have to be a full bar. I've always, this is something I feel like I've been slowly improving on, but I've been always kind of struggled with providing commentary while gaming. I always had a hard time with multitasking, but I have been feeling like I've been doing better over time. It's just something I've been constantly struggling with. We're actually at 88%, so we actually went up a percentage. That's nice. Unless I didn't check the thing when we crafted that last obelisk, which could also be possible. But we were at 89 or something percent, 86%, and now we're at 90%. Oh, what am I doing? I don't need to do this. I don't know why I was thinking I needed to go to Volcano Dungeon. I don't need to do that anymore. I'm actually gonna look up pineapples real quick because I'm gonna see like when the regrow time is. $7 days to regrow. So we need 100. That'll make it 3 days total of us being able to harvest. Thereabouts, maybe even 2 days. They're not going to be able to get it this time. I think our best bet to getting that done is we need to get one with required stranger. Yeah, let's go on and place down these cakes and we will go to sleep. I'm kind of going with a different pattern, but what I did with before, like it may not seem like it right now, but I am going for a different pattern. Hoping that by doing this, we'll be able to earn a little bit more things than we could with the other one. I'm basically going to be going for a more horizontal pattern than a vertical pattern than a horizontal one. There was something that I mentioned earlier that I wanted to try and experiment with something that I kind of heard about. I can't remember how exactly I phrased it, but I didn't actually know if it was true or not. I guess I can go ahead and explain what it was I was talking about. So basically, I heard one person say something along the lines of crafting paths and placing it on the floor. Like paths like these prevents weeds and things from growing, and I've been kind of conflicted about whether or not I wanted to craft like 300 freaking paths in order for me to grow them, but it may actually be worth it in the end. The reason why I've been kind of conflicted, if I'm going to be honest here, is because there's going to be a lot of stuff that we are going to be placing down, and I just don't know. Because it probably won't. We need to get to our next big purchase is to get to 10 million gold to be able to buy the golden clock. And once we get that, those paths that we place down will be meaningless because weeds won't be able to grow on our farm. So we are about halfway to 1 million gold, and we need 10 million total. We're actually over halfway to getting the achievement for earning 10 million gold. But yeah, we definitely. I'm just very conflicted because it's just really the thing that's been keeping me from being able to do this. The only thing that's been keeping me from being able to do this is is God, I can't think. Ooh, oh. The only thing that's been keeping me from being able to from being willing to put this down is the only thing that is that I really like clearing weeds was only really a problem for the first couple of days, and then afterwards it's not really much of a problem. But it's just I don't know, like it could be a good idea, but it's at this point it's kind of a short term thing. I did so wish there's like a faster way to harvest these crops. Like you just like interact with the terminal, bloop, everything's harvested. Make my life so much easier. Hey, everything is put down. And so what we have left. Okay, putting you in, and you in, and let's go and tend to our farm animals. Our barn animals, I should say. Okay. And I think today, gonna do a couple things. First and foremost, gonna be going to Ginger Island and check on our crops. Because we really only need one more walnut from harvesting crops in Ginger Island. We're missing one other thing. It looks like nothing is ready. The other thing I wanted to do was to actually build the I can't think what it's called. I wanted to build the dark sign that we got from Krobus. Well, I need to get 5 skeletons to drop. We need to get 5 bone fragments that we got from skeleton. So Stardew Valley skeleton. Star found in floor 71 to 79. Just need stairs at this point. There we go. One of my friends actually just recently got the platinum for Spider-Man 2. He actually thinks that it's quote unquote like the best superhero game ever. And I can definitely see like why people would say that, but personally, I do kind of feel like that people are often kind of forgetting how good the Batman Arkham games were. I mean, I'm sure like the Spider-Man franchise series like developed by Insomniac is actually a really good series, and I do know that at the very least from what I've seen of Spider-Man 2 and from what I know about story for Spider-Man, just for Scalpula. From what I know of how the story for Spider-Man 1 and Spider-Man Miles Morales went, they do seem to be like really good games and really great stories. But I feel like that a good runner-up for like the best quote-unquote superhero game is actually the Batman Arkham series, because god, those games are just fantastic. I will say a lot of people are really one of my friends just said something that I just thought was kind of funny to me, which is that he stated that didn't know I had a thing on me. He stated, quote unquote, that Insomniac should focus entirely on making superhero games, which I thought was just kind of funny. And he said apparently like Insomniac is actually developing a Wolverine game as well, and it just he says that he's just has hopes that Wolverine will be just a fantastic game. And since Insomniac was responsible for developing Miles Morales, Spider-Man 1 and 2, it could very well be like a fantastic game, but generally like superhero games, no matter the developer, has been kind of hit or miss. And it just really depends on how like a game is received by the audience. From what I have seen of Spider-Man 2, it looks like a really cool game, a really fun game, and I'm actually kind of hoping, I'm actually looking forward to the day that I stream those games like Spider-Man 1 through Spider-Man 2 on PS5. But I just never really... It's definitely gonna be a while because I want to stream like Sly Cooper 1, which will be my first ever platinum on platinum trophy. I want to be able to stream that before I do anything else. There's really nothing else that I can do today. There's really nothing else that I want to do today. Because we can't really progress in relation to 100% completion until we get like a couple things we need done. So I'm actually going to do something a bit odd, and I'm actually going to go to Ginger Island right off the bat. Because if I can get this last golden walnut thing that we need, hello, freaking pineapples. If I can get this last golden walnut that I need from farming, then I'll be able to finally find out where that last walnut I'm missing is. Unfortunately, we did not get it, so we're definitely gonna have to wait until we get the golden walnuts from the taro tubers. We're only missing 2 golden walnuts. Let's go ahead and check on our animals. You fuck you. Okay, moving on. I think we're probably gonna spend the day fishing. Let's get a little bit extra money. I'm trying to clean up my inventory a little bit. Let's go to the beach and do some fishing there. As far as I can tell, like the fish out at the beach gives them most money. Not what I wanted. Guess we're doing it the long way. I thought I was facing the beach totem. I guess I was facing the desert one. I couldn't tell which one I was in between. I think I just clicked the one below me, so I probably should have faced upwards. One of my friends that is also working on 100%ing is actually playing this on PlayStation, so he is actually will be earning a platinum trophy for this game. But one of the friends I often like refer to actually kind of does not actually recommend using fishing as a primary way to earn money, but since we don't really have that much else we can work on for right now, we're kind of stonewalled on progress until we are able to actually be able to make progress. We are actually going to spend the day fishing just so that we are actually being productive today and we can actually make some money. We're probably going to be spending a lot of time fishing just when we don't have anything else we need to work on. As far as I can tell, like, the best place to earn money is actually at the beach. Partly because Willie's shack is right here. So if you have a full inventory, you can just go inside and sell to Willie if he's available. The other thing is, like, I noticed that the some of the fish found at the beach, at least within certain seasons, are actually worth a lot more money than if you were to fish at the river. Or at the lake, or anything like that. Like, there's largemouth bass found at the, or smallmouth bass, or whatever it is, found at the lake, is worth next to nothing. But meanwhile, if you catch a couple of squid in this on the beach, they can actually be worth a lot, even though squid is actually a winter fish, I believe. We won't be able to make like 20,000 or 30,000 off of fishing, but any little bit helps. It's honestly been a while since we last fished, so I'm kind of glad to be able to do something like this. This is honestly what I've enjoyed the most about Stardew Valley, the relaxing, like almost like therapeutic activities you can participate in. Because we've been just kind of focusing on activities like Martial Slayer goals actually kind of requires you to focus on your health a little bit more, but fishing is probably one of the activities that I enjoy the most about Stardew Valley. Mainly because you don't have to think, you just do. I will say the fishing for the legendary fish is definitely not something that I typically enjoyed, but I still actually like fishing in this game. Honestly, kind of like it a little bit more than mining, if I'm gonna be honest here, because there's just no thoughts process involved. Probably got one more day left in us before I'm gonna have to leave. I wasn't paying attention to the game. And once again, like, we're gonna be anything is out 2 hours early, man, because I have a lot of work I need to do today. So really do apologize, but that's just the way the thing is gonna go. I feel like it is very common for me to space out and zone out when I'm fishing, mainly because you don't really need to really pay attention that much these mini games. That's another thing about like it. You really don't need to think, you just do. I am actually wondering if we will even have time for the final day because of the fact that time keeps on pausing when we're reeling in the fish. We're not actually progressing the day that much, and I've honestly been thinking about playing this day until like 10 o'clock or something. Could be possible that we literally spend all day fishing. Or spend the rest of the stream fishing, I should say. There is a... I don't know anything about any the upcoming festivals that's concerned April is reportedly releasing with 1.6. I don't know if there's like any information on what those will be. But I'm honestly just kind of curious what the shops will hold at those festivals. Because like say like the Spring Dance Festival, they give they sell like strawberry seeds, and strawberries is actually very profitable. And when you're just starting out, it's actually recommended that you grow a lot of strawberries on when you get them, just simply because of the fact that you'll be making a lot of money, at least a lot of money for early game. But there's also a couple of other things. Like you can actually win like a Stardrop, I believe, from the county fair. But look at all this. I just, I'm actually really kind of curious what the shops will be like for the festivals. If it's gonna be like something crazy, like, oh my god, you're gonna earn like a new ship fishing rod that's even better than your iridium fishing rod, then that'll be freaking insane. But I don't know. I don't know if there's been any information relating to, I don't know if there's been any information relating to the new festivals. I haven't really been paying attention to the leaks, other than what pops up on my notifications on Twitter. But I'm actually kind of really excited for that. Really kind of excited to see what Concerned Depot introduce. And this will also be the last update for Stardew Valley, apparently before the launch of the Haunted Chocolatier. Concerns Abe's newest game, and it's very possible I may stream that one of these days, but it's not going to be anytime soon. It definitely won't be immediately after launch. Probably going to wait a couple years before I stream it, but I am planning on covering it on my channel. And honestly, considering how much I've enjoyed Stardew Valley, I'll probably enjoy Haunted Chocolatier a lot as well. We only have about 2 hours left before we're going to be heading in. Actually, we're gonna head in at 9. That should be mine. $8.50, so this will likely be my last fish. Look at all the fishies. I have a parody of Look at All the People. I doubt that we'll be making like anything like over 10,000 off of this. But you do have a couple of, a lot of gold tier stuff and iridium tier stuff, so maybe. Yeah, let's sell this and we'll go to sleep. Yeah, we only got about 3,000 off of there, so it's definitely not that profitable. This will be my last day. I had lots to say. We're actually gonna hold off until tomorrow to harvest all these. Just to make sure that everything is all synced up. Add us into our farm animals. Okay. Let's also check something. Let's check this over here. Oh, nothing. I'm actually gonna go to Ginger Island again. Still not ready. The reason I want to go to Ginger Island is I want to check the progression. We were at 90% before I crafted the dark sign. I just want to see what that, where we're at now. 91%. You're missing some recipes. A lot more than I thought. Let me actually pull up the crafting templates because I need to figure this out. I'm pretty sure I crafted all of this. Pretty sure I crafted all of that. I just hold on. Oh crap, I accidentally closed my browser. Stardew Valley, is there a way to track crafted items? Advanced crafting, I can turn it on in the menus. Stop. This is actually very helpful. I didn't know this actually existed. So we haven't made hyper speed grow, okay? We haven't made a charcoal kiln, really? And we haven't. That's bullshit. How have I not made a lightning rod? Maybe I got it as a gift? How have I not made a warp totem to the beach? Huh. Yeah, well, that actually makes a lot more sense now. I also have not made a dress spinner. And I've not made a barbed hook. I've not made a crab pot, which surprised me. I must have bought it from Lily all those times. That's why I've not made an iron lamppost. That is actually very helpful. So a little tip for you if you are struggling with trying to figure out what you are creating. This is something that I did not even know was a fucking feature, and I really wish I knew that sooner. So the thing that you enable to see what you have crafted and what you haven't crafted is show advanced crafting information. That will tell you what you are missing. That's actually very freaking helpful. We can actually get a lot of stuff knocked down. First thing that we can make is an iron bar, refined quartz, and a wing. Iron bar, refined quartz, and what was that? 5 bat wings. Great. The other thing we need is 2 copper bars for a charcoal kiln. I could have sworn I already crafted. Pretty sure I have a radioactive ore. Yes. We need 3 bone fragments and solar fragments. Solar essence. Really just need 1. We can actually get that really easy. Don't even need to go to the mines. We just need to go to the beach. I should probably try to bring solar essence with me. I can just craft it when I get it. Let's see if there's anything else we can craft. Alright, we need 2 coral. May not have. You may be able to find the 2 coral you need at the beach. I'm just gonna get a hardwood so you can just craft it on the go. Okay, moving on. Can't do summer seas until we get the to summer, obviously. Other than that, everything here is good. We need 3 iron bars and 40 wood for a crab pot. See, crafting the crab pots. We also need a copper bar, an iron bar, and a gold bar. Great. We also need 2 iron bars and cloth. We're actually going to hold off on that until we get cloth. Actually, do we have cloth here? On my chest, maybe? No, we don't. Alright, so that's gonna have to hold off until later. So the only other thing that we need to do is craft a battery pack. And craft a, yeah, we need to craft one of those things. Okay, that's done. And I think that once we get that last crafting recipe, those other 2 recipes crafted, we should be good. I'm actually gonna go back to Ginger Island and see where things stand now. I'm actually kind of pleased. We actually got a lot done. Even like for a day that we were only able to stream half of it, we got a lot done. I'm actually very pleased. %. We're missing 3 recipes. Wait, that's 4%. Is that correct? I think that's correct. Yeah, we're just missing one recipe so far. Two recipes so far. Three. I forgot about the tub of flowers. And that solar panel should be four. For those curious, the one recipe that we do not have on our crafting list is actually a recipe called solar panels, and you get that from the item ingredients list. I've been unable to complete so far, but I think that once we are able to get the item ingredient list, I asked for God, I can't think. Once we get the island ingredient list that asks for uh, uh, ginger, we'll be able to complete it. But yeah, we're only missing 4 items. 4 items is equal to the 4% we're missing, so we should be able to complete it. I'm actually gonna collect the items and we're gonna end things off a little bit early. Tomorrow or next Sunday we'll actually have a full 4-hour live stream if nothing else gets in the way. And I think that's actually gonna do it for today. If you are remotely interested in what I see today, all the games I cover on my channel will be for MSA completion. I'm gonna be streaming Star. I forgot to sell that. That's kind of my goof. I'm gonna be streaming Stardew Valley yet again next Sunday, 1 p.m. to 5 Pacific Standard Time. I'm gonna be streaming Sim Street Pass for 1% completion on Fridays, 1 p.m. to 5 Pacific Standard Time. And I'm gonna be streaming Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, hopefully for the last time next Saturday. I'm gonna be streaming the full 4 hours, 1 p.m. to 5. However, we may be able to end off early. We don't have that much left to do. All we have left to do is go to Dathomir, 100% that area. Then we have to go back to Elam to complete that. We have a couple of achievements to farm out. And beyond that, all we have left to do is to beat the final boss, get the last achievements, and we're done with that project. At most, I think it'll take me about 3 hours to complete. And yeah, that's what's gonna happen. So I do kind of have ideas of some of the achievements I'm going to be farming. I do have a couple strategies, and I think I can actually get all of them on Zephyr. Let me actually go ahead and go over my game plan for right now. So once we 100% like all the planets, we are actually going to farm most of these achievements on, first of all, this achievement we can't get until we beat the final world because of one enemy encounter from the Empire we have not met yet. But we will be able to complete all BD1's hollow maps, collect all chests and secrets. We will be getting unlock all Jedi skills. We will essentially be getting all of these, but some of these we won't be able to get. Some of these we won't be able to get until we some of these we won't be able to get until we kind of Brennan's dead beat the game. But like this is a really easy achievement for me to farm. You just need to find a rocket guy and force push the rockets back at him. This is a really easy achievement to get to farm. You just need to find a guy in precision. We're just gonna find like a mace guy, a guy with a club. We're just gonna solo him and just precision evade all of his attacks. This is a really easy achievement. This could be an easy achievement to farm. I just need to figure out how it works. This is a really achievement to get. This is a really easy achievement to get. And this is a really easy achievement to get. This is something that we will be able to do once we complete Dathomir, because one thing we are missing is from Dathomir. But yeah, we don't have that much left to do. A lot of this stuff we can usually farm out just by just maybe like within a span of 1 hour. But I'm gonna give myself 4 hours, and we should be able to complete Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order next time. Now, I already went over this recently. I kind of went over this. So nice to see. I kind of went over this last time I was talking about this, but the game that's going to be next on the queue is going to be Assassin's Creed Unity, and let me see if I can find that real quick. Assassin's Creed Unity, I've only played up until past sequence 4. I've gotten 9 achievements: assassinate 100 enemies, complete 10 crowd events, complete memory sequence 4, complete memory sequence 3, complete Nostradamus Enigma in Paris, solve a murder mystery in Paris, complete memory sequence 2, memory sequence 1, prologue, and that's it. We will be getting every other achievement in this game. And yeah, once we get everything, once we 100% this game, then we'll be moving. Then this will probably be like the last mainline Assassin's Creed game that I've never actually finished, that I will be finishing on stream. But these are the achievements we have left to get, and yeah, there is only one thing that may actually give me trouble, and that's the co-op missions for for Assassin's Creed Unity, and that's because it may no longer be possible for me to do co-op with a random person, and because apparently Ubisoft has closed down online support for most of their games. And it's possible I will have difficulties finding someone to help me get this thing. But these are all of the achievements that we will be earning. So this is something that I'm probably gonna have to try and find help for. But yeah, you can see like there's a lot of these things that require co-op, and that may actually be very hard for me to do, but I'm gonna try and like show it off. This will likely be the co-op missions will likely be an offline thing. Like, it will not be streamed. I will probably just cover that as a bonus video, and just have like a pre-recorded, no commentary video of me doing each of the heist missions. But those are achievements that we will be getting once we finish Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order and moving on to Assassin's Creed Unity. This is going to be a long project. Assassin's Creed Unity is a long game, but I'm fully willing and able to play that game. And I can't think of too many friends who actually had the patience to 100% Assassin's Creed Unity, so I'm glad to be one of the first. That being said, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all next time. Oh, one thing that I forgot to mention, but this is something I always get a habit of saying, but when I say 100% completion, I mean getting 100% in-game statistic and 100% achievements as well. Something I usually say at the end of each little outro, but I kind of got distracted with Assassin's Creed Unity. For those curious, when Assassin's Creed Unity takes place on the schedule, the updated queue will be Saints Row 1, Assassin's Creed Syndicate, followed by my first Platinum series on PlayStation with Sly Cooper 1. This will be the first time that I will be earning a Platinum trophy. And that kind of shows an easy and yet fun game to do it on. So, yeah, that's what you can expect. That being said, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all next time.